Okay, starting. This is Overtalks, with our subject today being supportive comp, or supports in comp, of competitive 6v6 with a light discussion of 5v5 at the end. So, what is your opinion of the supports in comp right now?
Supports and comp?
Yeah, in 6v6 comp right now, what are your opinion of all the supports?
I think all the supports are in a relatively good space, to be honest. Like nothing is too strong. I feel like they should buff Brig back, but I'm just slighted that they did that to Brig.
Boo-hoo goats, oh well.
I know. I want my goats
Boo
back.
fucking who.
I want my goats back.
Go to the petting zoo if you want your goats.
No, I'm terrified of goats in real life.
uh, I think that most of them are good, although I think a few healers need some rebalancing or
Yeah,
reworking.
who
Not rebalancing, reworking.
who do you think?
I think BAP needs a rework in his ultimate. Everything else he's fine with. I think BAP needs a rework in his ultimate, and I think Ana needs a slight rework. So the reason I mean this is because like Baptiste, his ultimate's kind of dumb, just fucking dumb. I get it, like
His
it's
ultimate?
yeah, his ultimate is
Hmm.
amplification of damage through the field, and I get that, and it can be useful in some situations, but 9 times out of 10, where the fuck you gonna use it? You put it up, and your team moves in front of it, because like if you're on payload, you got to put it on the payload, but unless no one's on the payload, you can't use it. So like you stick it in a corner, and if you're on like say payload, it's worthless. If you're on
Hmm.
control point, it's somewhat good, but then they just have to avoid that area. Like I feel after you get out of like bronze, his ultimate is fucking worthless. It doesn't do anything. I'd say it's only good for like Bastion comp or maybe a Torb comp, potentially Soldier combo, but even at that, like he's limited to shooting only through that screen and wherever you put it. So the team just has to go around to the other choke point, the other lane,
Hmm.
or just take a side route. And oh nope, you've completely avoided the combo.
Hmm.
It's just dumb. Before it was too short and too narrow, and it wasn't that useful. And now that it's bigger, it's great, but like it hasn't done anything. It feels like a filler ult that was put in as like this is a filler spot. We're just using this for like right now. We'll come up with something better later on, and it never got
Hmm.
changed
Yeah, it definitely feels like
because like it feels like his abilities are stronger than his ultimate. He has an immortality field,
yeah.
and he has a passive regen that while it heals very slowly, it it's like Zen healing for everybody around you. It's pretty good overall for regen. Combined with his normal healing and normal damage output, it just doesn't make any sense. Even if you use it for yourself, it's not that great. Because unless
Mhm.
you can hit crack shot aim, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing.
I feel like the ultimate is for Baptiste himself versus his entire team. Like a lot of the times when I have window, I will just plop it in front of myself and I'll just use it to heal up my team or do a little bit of damage if I
But it
see fit.
doesn't. But it doesn't amplify your healing though. It's only amplifying damage.
It does amplify your healing.
It, wait, I wanna.
Unless I patched it out, it
I
amplifies your
wanna. I
healing.
wanna look this up real quick because I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Because that was like the whole selling point of like you can heal people faster because of damage amp and whatever. 100% damage and healing dealt. 100% plus damage healing dealt.
Okay, so it's only. So it will boost your healing. Wait. So it only is used for projectile healing, which does
Yeah.
not include Zen or Moira Orb.
No, like that's what I mean. It only works for him healing other people, basically.
Again, I feel it's horribly limited.
hmm That's why a
It's
lot of times I just plop it in front of myself and I use it to heal the team.
well, because like even I've plopped it in front of myself a few times for that, but it doesn't feel like it does a great job of it. I mean, Ana technically can use it, but it's like
It works for Nate, I'm pretty sure, because it's
no,
projectile.
it doesn't work for Nade.
No? Okay.
Nade bypasses it because Nade increases healing output, and while it does heal, its main ability is to increase healing output, and that overrides it.
Mm.
Zen doesn't count as it because it's only for self healed projectiles, meaning Ana's darts and Bap's little healing grenade things, ballsack testicle things, whatever they are.
I think it's orbs of. They actually have an actual name. Let me get it
I'm just
here.
gonna call it a potion.
They're
Except it
called
looks.
orbs of destruction. Or no,
Mm,
orb of harmony. Orb of discord. So the healing one's orb of harmony.
yeah, his orb of harmony isn't affected by it, and again, most people use it for the damage amplification on it. And while it is useful if you can pull it off, it feels janky as fuck to me.
Mhm.
That I have to somehow get this thing up in front of me while I'm playing the game, and then move it to where I want it to be, put it up, and then hope to God the enemy doesn't push in front of it, or they don't go around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing of comp. You gotta be very quick and very efficient with your abilities and how you use them.
I understand that. It's just every other support ultimate feels more impactful than his
Oh
is.
yes, 100%.
Like, it's just like, you put it up, whoop de fucking do. No one, either your team acknowledges it or they completely forget about it and don't use it, and then it's worthless, and everyone
hmm
pushes up. Like, I think the only time it's ever useful is if you're doing a pirate ship comp on a payload map and you stick it in front of the bastion.
Yeah, that's a lot of times what it's used for. It's literally just used for like a bastion, or it's really good at choke points, to be honest. If you get it, you just put it at choke and then you go and you spam at choke. But
I would much
um,
rather have it be a projection of BAP being able, like, he puts it up and it's projecting constantly in front of Baptiste.
mhm,
Like, you set up the distance you want for it, okay? Like, you set up the distance you want for it, and you start the projection, and it stays in the projection at the same distance while you're moving, and it
mhm.
moves with you. Because I feel that would be a hell of a lot more useful than I put it up, matrix up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
And Ana, keep Nano the same. I want Ana's healing buff though, because
Mhm.
currently speaking wise, in terms of 6v6 Overwatch, every other healer has some way of doing extra utility things, and while Ana has a nade and a sleep dart, like, I feel Ana's in this middle rut situation that Mercy used to find herself in, where she's not terrible, but she's not great either. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah. I wish her reload was quicker.
Like, she's not
Her reload's relatively slow.
she's not like fantastic like a Bap or a Moira is in terms of heal output, but she's also nothing to scratch at in terms of she's not like weak per se, but she's
Mhm.
just kind of like meh. If you pick her, she's fine. It's just she doesn't do anything special though, and usually you have more utility with everybody else.
Mhm.
A nade is good, but why have a nade when you can just out heal them, or why have a nade when you can like throw a Discord or have a Lucio boop them off the side or a damage amp? It's just it
Mhm.
doesn't
Yeah.
do much. So I'd say for Ana maybe increase, say, her healing to, I'm thinking 80 per shot. What do you think?
80 per shot?
Instead of 70.
If. Mm, well, because 70 is the max, I think. Because Moira is the highest healer in the game, and she does 70, I think it is.
Or rather, I guess what I would like, I guess, more
I would
is...
just like her to have a faster reload. She doesn't need to have more healing, she just needs a faster reload.
Oh, or it doesn't feel like an eternity pulling your
Yeah,
bolt back.
exactly. Because if you have a slightly faster reload, you are going to heal faster, essentially,
I don't
right?
know.
Like, it's like a
Faster,
passive way to heal faster.
faster reload or more ammo in the capacity in clip.
When Well, I played her during the experimental patch where they did give her a faster reload, and she was so much better, to be honest. She was so much better with her faster reload.
I
It's just
just...
I think they ended up lowering her healing output because they gave her fast reload, but if they just gave her fast reload and kept her healing the same, she would be great. Other than that, she's in a good spot right now.
I kind of want them to return speed to Nano.
I kind of do, kind of don't.
Well, I mean, I remember, like, Beyblade
Um,
comp where, like, that you had the spinning fucking Reaper going all over the place, but I don't think that was Nano's fault. I think that was Reaper having high damage.
yeah, yeah.
I think you could return the speed boost, but make it so that it's only applied to, like not 30%, maybe like a 10% increase, slightly. Something. It would make definitely make getting out as Ryan a hell of a lot easier. Like, oh, I'm glowing now, and everyone's ganging up on me. Fuck me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like neon sign, come attack me.
Oh my god, I know, right?
Anywho, current versus old. How do you feel about the current healers versus their old iterations? I think we covered this already.
We somewhat covered it. Mercy, I think she's better now than when she was with
I'm sad.
Master Res.
I'm sad they nerfed Discord. I'm really sad they nerfed Discord.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't like Discord,
Well,
but
I still don't think it's a Discord issue. I think it's an issue that Zen can crit headshot.
yeah, if they could just not headshot a Discord, that'd be cool.
Cause
But
like,
the fact that I can.
okay, say you had Discord the same, but you took his headshot ability out. I think you've solved your issue by deleting people instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because now he can't like insta kill you. He can hit you and you'll take a lot of damage, but like you won't die instantly.
Mhm.
That, and I think at least for Overwatch 1, having that higher Discord meant you could bust a double shield down faster.
Mhm.
So it wasn't quite as stalematey. But
Yeah, yeah.
now we don't have that, and it's still kind of there, but kind of not.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I will say, I will propose one thing. I wish it would make I want... Here's a proposal for you. I want Zen to have a movement speed increase.
That'd be nice. Yeah, he's kind of like a
A slow-moving snail with a giant target on his back.
yes. Yes. He doesn't have very much mobility.
He needs a babysitter.
He does. He definitely needs a babysitter. Yeah. That's why a lot of times you pick Moira with Zen, because just it evens out a lot more with her high mobility versus his none. So,
Current off healers versus current main healers. What do you think they are?
current off healers versus main.
We'll start with off healers. Who do you think is an off healer now?
Off healer Brig, Lucio, Zen,
You think Mercy's an off healer?
technically she's a main healer, depending on who
Hot.
you pair her with. If you pair her with Moira, she's an off healer. Because, like, you know.
Oh, so is this a Sigma situation?
But if you pair, yeah, but if you pair her with, like, Lucio, for example, she's the better healer in the situation, so she would be the main healer in the situation.
Okay, so
But
it's
the
like
blatant ones would be Moira, Ana, those are the main healers typically. I guess you could say Bap would be maybe a main. I don't know. He's again in that little gray area. I can't really tell with him yet.
I think Bap's main healer. Honestly speaking, I think he's main healer because if you hit direct hits, it's
Hmm.
like your health goes up in like 2 shots on like a
Exactly.
500 health run. It's like
It's kind of
200.
like an Ana.
It's a 200. It's like ludicrous the amount of health you can get on like a one dose shot. But also, I find him to be a main healer because he can get a whole team up pretty fast. It's just he
Hmm.
has an issue with sustained healing,
Hmm.
where I think Bap does wonderful, great things at burst healing, but he has a very hard trouble at people keeping people up for long periods of time
Hmm.
because he's.
Which is why you pair him with like I wouldn't say Lucio, but like definitely Mercy, something
No,
like that. You
Lucio
would pair him
works.
with that.
Lucio works pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Although,
better than Zen.
actually, no, I wouldn't pair him up with Lucio because they kind of fuck each other over.
That's what I mean.
Lucio is able to keep people up and continuously going, but there's not enough space in terms of healing for Bap to really be worth it. That and he doesn't go too well with the whole speed boost style,
Yeah,
as he's
exactly.
pretty
He
vertical.
can work depending on the comp, but that at
I'd
that point
say
it just
I'd
comes
say
down
Zenyatta works a
to,
hell of a lot better.
well, you know how I feel about Zen. He's like the lowest healer in the game. So,
Yeah, but Discord is amazing.
well, yeah, that's
You
his like
you
good
you
quality.
cannot tell me that coordinated Discord is not the best thing that is in Overwatch.
Well, yeah.
Coordinated Discord fucking rocks, man. Although the reason
Hmm.
I say that I think Zen pairs up well is because Bap is usually playing pretty far in the back line. I don't know too many Baps that are up in the front line with Orion trying to get picks off, and if you are, you're playing him wrong.
You can. He was initially designed to be up front with everyone.
Yeah,
But
but
then with his window and everything like that, it kind of like screws everything over because
I think
like you need
it's
to be far in the back in order for window to.
I think his arc screws it up because his arcing projectile fucks. It's kind of like Junkrat. You want to be able to play up close, but like his arcing projectile makes it so you can also play really
Hmm.
far back
Hmm.
and have no consequence for playing that far
Hmm.
back because you're doing the same damage anyways, and there's no damage fall off for Junkrat. Same thing kind of BAP. You can play pretty far behind. You just got to kind of lead your shots a little bit, and
He
because it
Baptiste is a very good tank healer. I will
yes,
say he's a very good tank healer. So it takes a lot of pressure off the other healer, so that way they can heal the DPS like more
although
and
I will
objectively.
say people need to stop DPSing as him. Like I understand you can get kills as him, but there's so many people that I find that are just DPSing too much as him, and it's
It's
like
like a Moira. It's like Moira.
yeah, you can
You
get
can
kills.
get kills with Moira, but at the same time, people sometimes go overboard, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to be healing too, please."
I think a really good combo with him is Moira, like Bat Moira. Bat Mercy I know is a good combo just because Mercy can damage amp most of the time, and Bat can be healing most of the time, and it works out just fine. There's no trade off. Even if she does heal, there's like no trade off
Mhm.
because his ultimate's pretty much useless.
Yeah.
And the only thing I think it gets into trouble with is Brig and Ana. I feel as an Ana they complement each other really well as long range to short range healing. It's just that you're both building your ultimate twice as slow now, and you're both gonna seem pretty fucking useless.
Well,
But
it's with Ana, a lot of times the fastest way to get Nano is to farm the tanks, but if Baptiste is already farming the tanks, then you have to try and aim for the DPS. And Ana is a very aim style hero, so if you
pain in the
cannot
ass,
hit your
pain in
shots,
the fucking ass trying to hit. Oh, Genji misses all the shots, dodges everything,
oh my
fucking
God.
dies to a Widow headshot when he jumps in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen a Genji be like, "Hey, Ana, nano me," and I say no, and he's like, "What do you mean no?" And I said, "You're gonna get headshot." Jumps up in the air, gets headshot by the Widow. I'm like, see what happened?
Hold ya.
Just dashes, boom, he dies, and I see his limp body fall to the ground.
Yes. god, it's hilarious. It's oh
I
jeez.
think the most memey thing I've done with Ana in comp is Nano a Doomfist.
Yes.
It does nothing. It only makes him slightly stronger, but it makes him so fucking scary. Because it's like, I have the ability to guarantee one-shot you.
Yeah, basically.
You cannot
I've gone
escape me.
against well, like I've gone personally. I've gone against a Nano Doomfist, and it's the scariest fucking shit ever. Doomfist is one of those heroes that if you understand how to play his kit correctly and effectively, he's scary as hell. But if you're up against a Doomfist who doesn't know what they're doing, th you can't like I don't know, like it's just so easy to kill him because he doesn't use his kit correctly. He's not utilizing his cooldowns and he's getting caught in bad places. So it's easy to kill him unless you're going up against a good Doomfist. And if you have a good Doomfist and you nano him, he is freaking terrifying to the other team. I will tell you that right freaking now. He is
I gotta say,
terrifying.
D.Va's underwhelming with a Nano.
Yeah. I've gotten a few nanos and I've been able to get at least like 1 to 2 kills typically if I use like my rockets and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure it's just because I accidentally just took nano from somebody else. Why
Your
I got nano.
fat ass is too big. D.Va has a fat ass, not in a good way.
Well,
Try to nano the Rhine. Nope, D.Va stole it. Try to nano the Genji. Nope, D.Va stole it.
yeah, Arissa is one of those other people too that steals that steals that all the time too.
Arissa's scary though. If you, like, she gets nanoed and she's shooting a Rhine shield, that's fucking scary.
Yeah,
You see that shit go down.
I love it.
Nano Bastion
He's
is
good.
also scary, but a Bastion that can aim that is nanoed is scary.
Mhm.
I don't think Nano Junk is all that great though, all things considered.
Mm, well, it takes 2 head-on shots to kill
But
for junk. And Nano does. Let me look at it here. I think it's like 30% or something. It's up like 30%.
yeah, no, it's 50% damage boost.
50%, there it is. So,
He would gain an extra 100 damage increase. No, sorry, 50 damage increase, so it's 150
yeah,
per
that's
shot.
fucking scary. That's
I
fucking
mean,
scary.
it can be, but it feels
And that's
pretty
like
worthless.
head-on shots. That's not like offhanded shots.
His mine is increased to 200.
Yeah. Like with his other utilization of his kit, he's scary. But just shooting, not really. So, you know what I mean? So,
Now, in terms of main heals, do you think stacking 2 main heals is the way to go nowadays,
yes.
or is it making a divide between main and off still?
In low elos or just in general?
So let's talk about elo bit by bit,
Okay.
starting with 500 bronze, 500 to 900 bronze.
Oh, okay, so we're not talking bottom 500.
Bottom
I
five.
actually
I can't help you if you're in your bottom 500. Anything works down there.
you would think anything works down there, it doesn't. Bottom 500 is a completely different ballgame. I've never played in bottom 500, but I've seen bottom 500 games, and it's scary in a bad way of like
So
the stuff that they get away with.
so I think 500 and 900 in terms of SR. I really think a off to main heal combo is the best way to go.
For me personally, but then again, you understand that my style of gameplay for healing is to heal. That is your job. That's the reason why you have that
You mean
ability.
Healbot Mercy? No, never guessed.
No, not Healbot Mercy per se, but utilize your health of your team. Heal your team. Worry about damaging the enemy team later. Make sure your team is alive so that way they can get shit done.
Well, I mean, I don't damage
Because
a whole lot as heals though. Like the only part, my healing to damage ratio like on Bap and Ana is like maybe 1,000 damage per 10, maybe 1,500. I don't damage a lot. So
For
I believe we're in the same boat in that respect.
yeah, if you can, it's best to have two main healers. Honestly, if in any situation, two main heals is the way to go. To be fair, um,
I slightly disagree, but not for 500 through 900, but getting into bronze territory. I in bronze to silver, I think having on and off heals is the best way to go because I think that builds diversity, which is important later on.
hmm Okay, makes sense.
I feel
I say
because
two main heals solely because a lot of times at low elos, you will find a Moira who is DPSing. Or like you said, a Baptiste that is DPSing. So if you have another main
actually
healer and your other healer,
you never
hmm?
find a Baptiste in bronze. You'll find
No, but you'll find Moira.
you'll find
Moira's all the time.
you'll find a Moira who's DPSing and Mercy who forgot what the blue beam is, and a Lucio that is red at Lucio at their spawn trying to camp them and usually dies to the Pharah.
hmm hmm
That's why I say having a main healer and an off healer is important because it builds diversity and gives you at least one in each section to be able to play. Because there are so many people that just play off heals or just play main heals, and if you need
hmm
one or the other, you're fucked. You're completely
hmm
fucked.
Well, that's why I highly recommend if you were going to play like any type of game that has roles, learn both styles. So learn off heals, learn main heals, and try to play every single character at least somewhat well. There's going to be characters you're better at naturally, and that's fine.
I mean,
But
hey,
at least somewhat know how to play every single hero, or at least know the capabilities of.
I don't know, man. Naturally, Zen was pretty fucking easy when I first picked him up.
Right. Exactly. Like Zen was easy for you. Mercy was easy for me, which is why I still play Mercy, and she's also just the most fun for me.
Mercy was hard for me. I didn't like Mercy at all. It was just like, no, no, I'm just getting off TF2. I don't need a medic reminder.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's like, yay, medic, no. Please, no.
hmm
And I eventually settled in as the Stockholm Syndrome took over, and I was like, fine, fine. I'll play it, fine, fine. Now, Silver. I think Silver is where, like, you see a lot of double, like, main heals a lot. I
So
hardly ever see, like, Lucio Zen or even fucking Mercy, for that matter. Mostly just Moira, Ana.
yeah, I would say so. Like low elos is typically where you find at least a Moira. The other healer is kind of like a guess what you're going to get, but most of the time you are almost guaranteed Moira.
I don't know why Ana is a favorite in Silver. Like, every time I meet a Silver, it's like, oh, I play Ana
You know,
and only Ana. I don't.
sleep dart,
But,
grenade,
but,
just her
like,
kit in general. Because when you're in silver, you're still potentially playing with like bronzes, right? Like it's only until you get to, I would say, gold, mid gold, that you're breaching plat territory, right? So you still have the potential of playing with bronzes. And if you're silver, you're the higher rank to a bronze, so you typically have better skill than the bronze. It's kind of just the way it goes.
I know in Gold, I'll usually find people playing, like, again, Moira is a constant. They'll be playing Ana. I see a lot of Lucio Mercies.
Yes,
Holy
Lucio, definitely.
fucking shit. There is the Lucio population in Gold could outweigh all of the trash in China and America in pounds.
Yeah. I saw a lot of Mercy Zen for a while there. I don't know what it was. I think it was because of the whole like damage amp plus Discord orb
I mean, Mercy
thing.
Zen's a classic combo that used to work pretty well. Now it doesn't.
Used to. Very big used
I
to.
mean,
Not much
it can
anymore.
still work if you have a good team that coordinates. I'd say Mercy Zen can still work really nicely. I mean, it works well with you enough because you heal bot. So
I heal bot, that's why. But not every Mercy does that. And the problem
not
with
every
Zen
I can barely find a Mercy that damage amp. What are you talking about?
Well, like I damage amp, but when I have like even with a Lucio sometimes, if I have an off healer like Zen or Lucio, I'm not tempted to damage boost at all because I know that my team, if I try and swap to damage boost, my team's gonna be crit in 2 seconds.
But I mean, like, Discord already kind of does that job for you.
I
If
know,
you're,
but
I think the nice thing about having like a Zen Mercy is you don't have to damage boost because you got a Discord and a little bit of healing to extra DPS player.
Mhm.
Whereas if you do damage boost and Discord, oh, that's where the fun begins.
but
So
then that relies on your damage, which sometimes isn't the best. So
I gotta say, it's scary for a Pharah Junkrat and a Mercy Zen. Oh, baby, that is a
yes,
lot of damage.
yes, yes.
But I'd say Lucio overall can be a great healer. My issue that I find with people playing Lucio is they play Reddit Lucio, not Team Lucio. Reddit Lucio
Yeah.
is fine, but if you're not diving, you are throwing, I believe, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you are playing Reddit Lucio and
You're
you do
soft
not
throwing if you're
if
not intentionally.
if you're not having like a dive tank like a diva or a monkey and they're not syncing up with you and you're not syncing up with them, you're soft throwing or at least hard throwing in my book because now you have some random motherfucker going to the spawn to boop one person off then die immediately. You're not
Hmm.
making any progress. You're just making it from a 6v6 now to a 5v5.
Hmm.
It hasn't done anything for the fight. You've just made a 5v5 consistent.
Hmm.
And that doesn't help anybody. Because now we're both down one healer. Well, now we're both down one person.
I mean, this this is gonna sound really bad, but I don't mind if a Lucio, like let's say an enemy Lucio or even my Lucio, is in the back of the team and they're at least getting one kill and they're spawn camping at least one person,
No,
right?
I'm not even talking about spawn camping one person. I'm talking about they get a kill, then they die. I'm
Well,
talking about
no,
like every time. Because it feels pretty consistent when they do that.
well, yeah, if they're dying consistently, that like that's it's not good. You
Oh,
shouldn't be doing that.
that's what I'm saying though. They'll get a pick and then they die. They get a pick, then they
Hmm.
die, and it's a consistent 5v5. It's not doing anything. It's just
Hmm.
not great. We're playing 5v5, guys. Overwatch 2 beta. Hooray! Oh wait, there's one less healer. Okay, and then potentially one rando less person on the other team.
Hmm.
And then they just
I
say
know I've
fuck
had
it
a lot of times where we've won because like a Reddit Lucio has decided
to
to
fuck
spawn
up.
camp one person and literally just kill that spawn camp person. And to be fair, if the enemy healer wants to throw themselves into our back line just to try and kill one person over and over again, I'm fine with that because your team doesn't have an additional healer now.
But I'm talking about when it happens on my team.
Well, yeah, but that's when you just go Moira or something. Like, typically when you have a Lucio, you'll go, like, Moira or you'll go Ana, like
What
a main
But
healer
what
to
angers me
pick up
about
the
it
slack.
is that what'll happen is say my Lucio does that, then they go double shield, double main heals, and double high damage projectiles, and now it's like, oh great guys, thanks. Now I have to deal with this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I guess
great.
I've just had more success with it than you.
Yeah, yeah, probably, but just I don't mind
Because I literally
Lucio,
had
but
it in my game the other day, and
cause like
and I felt bad for the poor guy. Our Hanzo was being spawn camped in the spawn, and he was just kept typing in team chat like, "Guys, there's a Lucio behind. Guys, I need help."
so
And I just felt so bad for the guy after his third death that I finally turned around and killed the Lucio. But like we were winning the entire time
I'm a Ryan main.
solely because so yeah.
I'm
Well,
a
yeah, we
Ryan
know
main,
that.
and thanks. Yeah, thanks. And so, as a Rhine main, I can say I like Lucios when they stick around me and speed boost me. But every time I get a
Hmm.
Lucio, it's like, I'll go Lucio for the Rhine. No, you're not. You're Reddit Lucio, you fucker. Because they'll
Yeah.
just leave me alone. It's like, no, come back. I need you to get around. What are you doing? Or if I play Lucio, everyone screams at me because I'm not speed boosting all the time.
Yeah. Uh, honestly, I just heal when I'm
Most of the
Lucio. I
time, Most of the
barely
time I
speed
just,
boost
yeah,
unless it's from
same.
spawn.
I mostly just do it on a push or to get out or to like get
Hmm.
somewhere quickly, but I mostly just heal because it doesn't hinder any situation. And
No, exactly.
I find randomly speed boosting is awful, especially as a tank, because I fucking hate it when like randomly out of fucking nowhere I'll be like walking and I'm going in to do like a pin, and then he just speeds boost out of nowhere and it fucks up my aim.
Yeah.
Or like I
I
randomly like
yeah.
do a fire strike and I'm just like, huh! And it's like
All of a
it just
sudden it goes
speeds
like
up.
10 feet to the right.
Yeah, and it's like why?
Yeah, that's why I don't like doing that because it kind of can fuck up your team if you just speed boost and no one knows about it.
So I will say what I'm getting quite sick of is finding so many mercies in silver and gold. And it's not that I'm sick of seeing mercy. I'm sick of seeing healbot mercy.
Oh,
It's like they have 10,000 healing,
I
great.
don't mind.
10,000 healing, hooray! But they only play mercy. They only play mercy. No one
Yes,
else.
that's the issue and the only play Mercy. I don't mind if my Mercy heal bots.
No,
I do
they
not mind
only play
that.
mercy. So it's like great. So if they have a hit scan, we're fucked.
I mean, there's pistol.
They only heal though. They don't defend
I mean,
themselves.
does it mean you can't pull out your pistol? Heal botting doesn't mean like that you're not defending yourself or your team technically. It just means you don't damage amp as much as you're supposed to.
Now, what about in platinum? Because I've never gotten to plat, so you
Plat.
can take it from here.
Well, plat. Okay. Aggro is the way to go. I hate to say it, I'm a very defensive player. I like to react to situations and not make situations happen,
So
but
we're
aggro is the
talking.
way to go in
So
plat.
we're talking rush comp.
Yeah, basically like the quicker you can get into the fight and get rid of it, the best it is.
I'm
Aggro is the
guessing.
way to go.
I'm guessing Ana, Zen, and Mercy are not played.
I play Mercy and Plat, and it's typically fine. But by aggro I mean like aggro tanks.
Oh, well, I'm already there, but no one wants to follow me in.
Yeah. In in Plat, it's very much so aggro Ryan's running in
How do
to go
you
and disrupt the
how
backline.
do you think I would be as the plat tank? Do I play like a plat
As a
tank? Think I'd have
I'd be
fun?
screaming at you to get your butt back like I do every other Ryan that does it. But DPS know what they're doing relatively, so I can damage boost a lot more in Plat.
I guess do
Like in
I
low elos, what happens is because your team, no offense to low elos, but like I was there too, it's fine.
thanks
I'm just saying though, like
thanks.
low elos, if you're going to play the support role, be the support role. Damage boost, whatever damaging for whatever reason, that's secondary when it comes to low elos.
Like
Just heal your fucking team up. Make sure your team can make plays.
so like here's my thing. As a Reinhardt main side tangent, I'll call out when I'm pushing up and my team won't follow me
Mhm.
in, and I'm like, you motherfuckers! I'm screaming, fucking push, walk with me.
Sometimes though, it may not have been a good idea.
It still works out if they
So
follow me.
I know if they follow you, but sometimes it doesn't work. So
It's like, no, we're not
that's
gonna,
why.
no, we're not gonna walk with you. I'm like, why? Why? You're just gonna all sit in the payload and watch them just come up and huddle on you and kill you?
Yes. You want to know why? Because payload gives you passive health regen.
Yeah, but it's not a whole lot. It's like 10 health per second. It'll save you in a pinch, but like, no.
But if you have healers,
Anywho,
I mean, it's like literally free 10 health per second.
yeah, but unlike in TF2 where the health bar max is 300, Overwatch the health bar max is like 1,000 or something.
I don't know, maybe it's just because I know how to maneuver around, but like I have won so many 1v1s just by being by payload. Again, it's probably just because of my maneuverability. I have very high movement
I
when I
mean, when
play.
you're as wide as a fucking semi truck, it's kind of hard to maneuver.
Yeah.
when your ass is thick and clapping around alerting all the enemies. I'm sorry, Colonel. My ass is clapping so loud it's alerting the enemies around me. Sneaking mission fails.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Also, there's so many chances to C9. That's why I hate the fact that no one wants to play on point, is that there's very large chances of C9ing and forgetting that the point exists. Back capping's a thing. It's a very large freaking thing, and it happens at any elo at any time. So it's just like, if you can play on the payload, play on the payload,
Now,
you know?
we've already kind of talked a bit about passive versus active, so moving on to the final subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into each individual healer. Actually, I'll let you decide. Do you want to get into each individual healer and discuss like the pros and cons of each and what we think of all their stuff? Or do you want
Like,
to do the Overwatch versus Overwatch 2 discussion?
we can do Overwatch versus Overwatch 2. I haven't played comp in
Okay.
the beta. Granted, there's no
So,
comp in the beta, but
no,
like,
but like, how do you think comp will function in the beta? In terms of what we know right now, based on the information we know right now and from both of our playing experiences,
mhm.
which supports do you think will be good and which do you think will be bad?
Ooh, um,
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Moira.
I think Mercy's gonna be absolutely fucking trash.
She's not very good, question mark, in the beta. Maybe it's just because I haven't learned how to adjust her playstyle yet. It's quite possible that's why, but like, she's not very good in the beta.
Well, it's because she doesn't really serve a purpose anymore.
Yeah.
Damage has been up trucked so high that damage boost, yay, it doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because armor, I think the reason Mercy feels so bad is because armor is a 30%.
It's 30%, yeah.
Just a
Reduction.
It's just a flat 30%, which I mean is easier to comprehend, but it's also like it doesn't do a whole lot anymore. 30% increase in damage, so what? I'm just doing normal damage to a tank now?
Hmm.
It doesn't do a whole lot.
Exactly, yeah.
Versus like Discord, which actively makes their armor shittier.
Yes. I think Zen is going to be a very good pick in Overwatch 2.
It's not like they buffed his healing or anything.
No. But that's when you just pair with Moira or Ana, for example. Even though I don't know how damage boost would work. Or not damage boost, nano would work.
Nano works pretty well.
Does it?
Yeah, it's the same. It works pretty well now.
Okay.
It is monstrously fucking overpowered on if you nano.
Ursa?
No, not nanoing Orisa. Nanoing Orisa kind of fucking sucks, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so like Orisa, while she does do a lot of damage, she, how do I put it? Her abilities are single target focus.
Mhm.
And with Nano, you're usually going for a few kills, not just one kill or one
Mhm.
pick. I'd say Nano normally goes to DPS now instead of a tank.
Mhm.
And it mostly goes to area of effect projectile heroes, not DPS with hit scan. Because like
Mhm.
Junkrat Nano is actually a good thing now because everybody has to kind of group up or spread the fuck out, and if they spread the fuck out, Junkrat can just pick one or two people off.
Mhm. Which is what Nano's designed for, really.
But no, Orisa kind of sucks with it because like you shoot with Orisa, and you have a charge limited on your heat, but because you're firing faster, that gauge fills up quicker.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then
Okay, I
you only
see.
have your spear left. So you
So you
have,
just can't shoot. You just have to javelin, and that's it.
well, you can shoot, but it builds up so fast you're only be like, Bert, wait, for it to cool down. Bert, oh, my nano's done.
Yeah.
Like you shoot,
Yeah.
wait 3 seconds, shoot, wait 3 seconds, shoot one more time, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Nano Ryan is still overpowered. Still
Mhm.
really fun. Actually, Nano Monkey is still pretty damn good. I'd say the weakest still is Hog. He doesn't do shit. Even though they switched his ultimate from a channel ultimate to a active ultimate where he can like choose to shoot when he wants to, and he can't be stunned out of it anymore. It's still
Hmm.
not as good because it doesn't knock people back as far, which you think would be a good thing, but it's kind of a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because now the whole point of him being able to push people away and make space has been deleted, so now he is just a slightly beefier DPS.
Mhm.
Again, the complete same issue that Doomfist has, where Doomfist is doing less damage and is tankier, but it doesn't make him better. And now
Mhm.
Roadhog can do more damage, but he's not tankier, he just does more damage.
Mhm. Okay, okay. Kind of sucks then.
Yeah, yeah, it really fucking sucks. Um, I'd say the scariest is Zen.
Mm. Considering how powerful his Discord is, I think in Overwatch 2, yeah,
Well, he can still crit
he'd be fucking
headshot.
scary. Well, yes, obviously, but Nano definitely would be like, it'd be very scary to watch that happen.
I don't think Baptiste will be super useful anymore.
Mm, I don't know. I
They
have yet to
changed
play BAP
they
in
changed
the
his firing
beta.
mechanism. He fires slower.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably not
He
then.
he fires slower, and there's bigger spaces between shots. So it's like bup 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 bup
Mhm.
bup bup bup
Yeah,
bup 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 instead of bup 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 bup.
yeah.
It's pretty slow and it's pretty spaced out to where it's like, yeah, you're not doing a whole lot of damage as him.
Well, it's not that you're not doing a lot of damage, it's that you have to make every shot count versus
And
like the burst
he
damage that we have
shoots
in Overwatch
he
1.
shoots slower. His healing, while it is area of effect, it's high damage, but everyone's not playing clumped up anymore. They're pretty spread out, making him kind of worthless.
Hmm.
Lucio, damn, he's good. They returned his original walking speed.
Oh, did they?
Yep,
I know that was a big contention point that you wanted.
yeah, which makes it oh mm, so much better now. He's quite useful, I'd say. And you can still get a cheesy crit shot by jumping up in the air and shooting.
Hmm.
Like if you just hold down the trigger or your mouse key and you shoot and you jump, you get like 3 headshots as they back up.
Oh, geez.
Because they'll back up and they'll keep backing up into the headshot, like bink, bink, bink.
Mhm.
Overall, Mercy's not that great.
Mm,
Moira's
no.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Brig is weird. She doesn't. Her shield bash doesn't stun anymore. It just pushes you back.
Hmm.
Same thing with her whip. I'd say though, when we played out Brig beforehand with Ana, she does a really good job at protecting the back line and being able to stay with like Ana or Bap or say Mercy. But as like a healer on her own, she's kind of dog shit.
Hmm.
Again,
Okay.
again, the same issue before. She's too situational. Her healing packs do not give enough healing or armor for it to be useful to anybody. Her
Hmm.
healing on hit doesn't do very much, and because her shield remains the same, even though damage has been increased, it gets deleted. Like 2 junk grenades, boom, it's dead. 2 Reaper shots, it's dead. 1 Fair rocket, it's done.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Her shield is literally useless now.
It really does feel like that they got rid of shields, didn't they?
Yeah, and that's a good thing, but they also nerf shields, so it's a bad thing as well. So you got rid of some shield heroes, great, and you nerfed all the shields, bad.
Hmm.
Poor Reinhardt. Poor Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt definitely doesn't feel as powerful as he used to.
Oh, buddy. They did you bad.
I don't know if I will play comp in Overwatch 2. I think playing comp in Overwatch 2 at my skill level currently with what Overwatch 2 is, that would probably be the worst fucking thing in the world. I would probably have to do a lot of playing in quick play or playing in open queue uh,
I think you
to
might
get used to
become. I
playing.
think you might become an Ana Moira main. I don't think Mercy will be played all that much, unless
In
they.
Overwatch 2, I'm basically exclusively an Ana.
I would like it if in Overwatch 2 they buffed Mercy's damage boost,
Yeah. I think
or
maybe to compare with
or
it, yeah.
instead that instead of making it a damage boost, that they rework it to. I think someone said one idea was that it does armor piercing instead, where instead of doing damage boost, you do 15% armor piercing. So when you get highlighted, your damage instead of doing 30% less damage does only 15% less damage against armor,
Mm.
which I think would be really nice.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. If they just buffed her a little bit. She's not utterly useless. I do have to admit, I do play a little bit of her in the beta, but I most of the time just
Oh,
swap
and
off to Ana.
she needs a faster res speed.
Yes, I have. Yes, please. I want it to at least be. What is it now? It is.
Like 3 centuries worth of time.
Oh, I know it feels like it, but I know it's not. You know what I mean?
It's 2.5 seconds.
Res.
I
Two
think.
and a half seconds. Even if they cut the half second, literally, even if they just cut that half second, I would be fine with it.
Yeah, let me see in your notes here. Catechist staff is what it's called.
No, it's resurrect. The
No, I
staff
mean
is her.
no. It's like catechist staff healing. That's what the staff is called.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. Resurrect is 1.75 seconds.
Yeah, like even if they put it to 1.5 seconds, I would be fine with
No,
that.
cast time is 1.5 and it lasts 2.25 seconds until the animation is done, adding up for a total of 4 seconds.
No thanks. Cut it in half. I want 2 seconds. Fuck it. Cut it in half. You know, if we're gonna complain about it, cut it in half. I want it 2 seconds.
Realistically, 3 seconds would be a pretty good middle ground.
I want to just to complain. I want to.
Just to be a
Too
bitch.
freaking long.
Just to be a bitch.
Yeah, literally, just to complain. I want 2 seconds.
I want SR to be reset as soon as Overwatch 2 comes out. I want 6v6.
Yes.
I want a 6v6 reset on all the SR.
The one thing that I want to pull from. Well, actually, no, I don't know. I guess Overwatch is actually kind of better than the other game I play. I was going to say, I wish Overwatch had a rank reset, but technically it has a pretty good one considering. Because in Dead by Daylight, for example, they have a rank reset. But that rank reset before they updated it to a full reset was literally just to, like the beginning of what that rank was.
Why can't ranks reset every year?
I mean, like the AI or the MMR system just gets to, like cleared and deleted.
Yep, every year.
If we're going to clear it, I would prefer it would clear it every season.
No, I don't think.
I think that would be the most fair.
I think clearing it every season would be a bit too much because then you'd have like the issue of boost accounts.
I guess, but I guess to be more fair though,
no, I think
if you're going to erase it.
I think a yearly reset would be nice because that gives you a whole year for the system to see where you need to be put and where to play in and how to like get yourself out and have like a fair, like for the first 6 months it's kind of like putting it where you need to be, and then for the last 6 months it's like playing where you are, and then your year resets. So you reset, the next year comes around, and say you did better, it'll show, versus a reset every season where it could be the first 6 games you got boosted, and the next season you didn't, and you're shit.
I guess, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But then that would like show in your stats though.
Yeah, but it would also be really sketchy because like even though it'd be seeming really sketchy, it could just be that you won all 6 games that season and the next season you didn't. And then you would get massive issues.
I mean, I only won how many games did I win?
Also, I
I
think that
think
a
I only
reset.
won
I think
2 of the
a
5 placement games for support, and I got into plat.
I think a reset of every single season would make it so that things are harsher and stats are judged harsher. And I
Hmm.
don't think we need that in any of the elos.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think a year reset would be nice every year because then it could promote new comp playstyles because there's room for new comp playstyles because everybody can. It's like playing once again where everything is new without it being new. The knowledge is the same. It's just you can experiment now again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe we've talked about everything. Well, thank you for joining us for Overtalk.
No worries.
Ta ta.